Mm. Hello, everybody, y'all. I just jumped on in early, y'all. Welcome to Pillow Talk Live. It's your girl, it's your host, Chandra, your cousin, all of that. Let's get things going, y'all, as we usually do here. Hey, everybody. Welcome, y'all, to Pillow Talk Live. Once again, it's your girl, your friend, your host, your cousin, your aunt. I'm in the building, y'all. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live on Election Night Pillow Talk Live. Got some good stuff coming up for y'all tonight. Some great guests coming on the show tonight. I'm excited about our guests. I'm just excited about life in general, y'all. So, before we get started, let's do what we do here. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to give you that scripture, the foundation of Pillow Talk Live for the day. Here we go, y'all. So, we're going to go to Matthew 5. Matthew 5 and 11. It says, give us today our daily bread. Matthew 5 and 11, give us today our daily bread. And I'm sure you know what that means when it says, give us today our daily bread. God, give us what we need, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually. Give us what we need, Lord God. And actually, I want to read the rest of that to tag along with it. Matthew 5 and 11, give us today our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. I don't think you can just say that little phrase, give us today our daily bread without saying the rest of that. You know, God, forgive us for our sins, trespasses, transgressions against anyone as they forgive us, Lord God. Lead us not into temptation. Don't allow us to get into spaces and situations where, you know, we're tempted to do wrong, evil, or bad. So I think that all goes together. You can't read that little part without reading the rest of it. So that is my take on that little scripture. Not little, but that scripture for the day. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody that's in Georgia got out and voted today. Today was your last day to make a difference. Today was your last day to make it count. And I hope today we stepped out. We made it count. I know I early voted. I went ahead and I early voted a couple of weeks ago. I hope everybody that didn't vote yet had voted. And I was pressed about it because for two reasons. We need to switch up the Senate a little bit, a whole lot, you know what I mean? And make it balanced and even for the American people. It needs to be a balance there because right now we don't have a balance in the Senate and the House. Everything is off balance, off kilter. So we need a balance now. So that's why it was important for me to go out and vote and my family to go out and vote. And I had decided to be a community mobilizer for the OSOP team because that's what I voted for, the OSOP team. So I became a community mobilizer for them. So I was calling my friends and family and texting everyone and asking them, have they voted? If you haven't, please get out and vote. Do it, because it's important to us. You know, it was a time where back in the day, I wouldn't vote in these Senate races and runoffs. I didn't vote. I would just do the presidency. I wouldn't vote, but I didn't realize how important it was because I don't think I really honestly cared. Really, I didn't think it made a difference. I thought they're going to do what they want to do anyway. But it does make a difference. It really makes a difference. So I had to do my part. So I hope everybody did their part. It definitely makes a big difference when we come out and grow. As we see with the election, everybody came out. More people voted this time that's ever voted. You know, one of our presidents ever, voted. Y'all, just a little joke. And we showed up and showed out. So I hope this time, after the count comes in, we did the same thing. We showed up and showed out for the cause because we must demand change. We have to demand change, because if we don't demand change, we won't get change. We want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem, by complaining about it all the time, but not really doing anything about it. So I decided that I'm going to do something about it, which was help campaign. I helped campaign, and I went and voted. So I hope everybody did their part, their due diligence in this voting, in this election, and I hope we come out on top. So that's, like I said, that's what I want to say about that. Please, 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 please have voted. Please have voted in this runoff, this primary runoff, you guys. So I hope you did. So how is everybody doing out there today? I hope everybody's doing well. We know that the results will be in tonight, hopefully early in the morning. So I'm praying that it comes out, God's will be done, and that the people really get a chance to speak right now. That is what the people want, that, we get to put in office who we want, not just who they decide, just like with the presidency. So I hope that it comes out great in our favor. Let me take a little sip on my tea. I don't have my Pillow Talk mug tonight. I wanted something different, y'all. A little sip. That's lemon, y'all. I made some. I don't really buy. I have plenty of tea, but when it comes to lemon tea, I just buy lemons and make my own tea and get some clove honey and do it that way. All natural, no preservatives, none of that. All right. So how is everyone doing out there tonight? Now, y'all know I'm going to talk about what's going on a little bit more. I want to talk about, hey, Latoya. Hey, Jessica, you guys share. That's one thing I forgot to say. Please share, so people can know that Pillow Talk Live is back. So share, please, you guys. If you come in, share. You got to share. It's nothing but a little finger touch to share. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cost me anything, but help push Pillow Talk out there on a bigger platform. So I'm asking you guys to do that. I believe in support, and we should support one another. Well, y'all got to go back to it. So here we go. Let's do this one here. News travels. Now, this says, I just want to find 11,780 votes. In an extraordinary hour-long call, Trump pressures Georgia's Secretary of State, Raffensperger, to recalculate the vote in his favor. All righty, y'all. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that? What do you all think about that? That the President of the United States right now is asking Secretary of State of Georgia to do something illegal. But I guess if you put it in a roundabout way where you're not actually saying do it, but you're suggesting do it, it's not illegal. I believe it's still illegal. It doesn't matter how you go about saying, how you go around the mountain to say it. Illegal is illegal. I don't care how you reword it. It doesn't matter. It's wrong. When I listened to the taped phone conversation a couple of days before they started airing it on the news, I was shocked. Well, not really shocked, because I know that this is a part of our president's character. But I'm just thinking, how far will you go? How low will you go to try to steal something that was never stolen from you? How far down the chain will you go, to the pit, to the dirt, to the floor, to the wall, from the window to the wall? How far would you go to the wall to steal something that was never stolen from you? Hey, CC, share this, says, happy to see you. Happy New Year. We're talking about President Trump. How far would you go to the wall, from the window to the wall, I'm going to say that, to steal an election that was never stolen from you? I think it's really ridiculous. I can't really tell you the words of how it's appalling. It's appalling that this country is even allowing that. I don't believe ever in a presidency that I've seen since I've been on this earth that they've allowed a president to do so much damage and just let it go. They don't stop it. They're almost in his party. They're in fear of what he can do. The Bible tells me, fear no man. Fear no man, no man, fear no man. And they're almost in fear of what he would do to them. So I feel this way. This is my opinion now. This is my show, uncensored. This is my opinion. If you fear what man can do then you don't trust God. Because there's no way you could fear a man that much and say you have to fear God too. Something's not balancing right. Something's not making sense to me. If you fear him more than you fear God and the people that you're not fearing us, but fear God and what you're doing to the people that have elected you and that you're supposed to be serving in this country. I don't know what y'all think. I'm reading comments right now, y'all. What y'all think? What is your take? Y'all my audience now. Y'all not, you like Wendy Williams have her audience. Y'all my audience. I'm reading y'all comments. What do you guys think about this? I thought this, this country was about the American people. We elect you, we put you in, we pay your salary. All of that to get nothing, to be treated less than in this country, to be told that I fear him or shown that I fear him more than I fear you guys that elected me in office. What you are, you know what I'm saying? There, some of those seats, they will come up for re-election. And the people will not forget. The people will not forget. It seems like they seem to forget that they have to run for re-election again soon. A couple years, whatever long, 2 years of Senate seat or something like that. They have to run again. And the people will not forget. But they seem to think that this will elude the people's mind. We'll forget and it's all done. Not this time around, because you're dealing with a different generation now that's growing up. They're different. They're different than us. They're taking nothing. They're not taking anything from anybody. And when they say no, enough is enough. Enough is enough for them. This generation is not going. They're not going to labor with some of the stuff my generation and the generation before labor with and allow this country to get away with and to do to us. This generation, my daughters, our kids and their kids, they're not having it. They won't forget. And those that are of voting age, they will not forget. They will not forget. And they seem to be able to realize that they won't forget. There's another election that will be coming in a couple of years for you, for the people that hold those seats. Then what? How would you appeal to the people after standing for such foolery and nonsense right now? How do you feel? How would you approach the people? How are you going to approach the people with vote for me again, reelect me? But you stood for the foolery. You stood for the mess, and you wanted us to fall for it. But we see through a glass darkly now. People are not going for it, especially this generation, okay? Yeah, I just wanted to throw this up there. It says in the phone call on January 2nd now, second day of the year, President Trump insisted he won the state and threatened vague legal consequences. Here as excerpts from the call obtained by Washington Post. All right, y'all. He threatens, once again, legal consequences. How many lawsuits did they put out before, y'all? So many you can't even count. He should know that these lawsuits, no merit. The courts are not going to look at them. The courts are not going to even think about them. They're not going to entertain it. So that threat of lawsuits don't scare the people anymore. It's a laughing joke. It's a laughing stock for him to threaten vaguely. Okay. Well, okay. That's what you want to do. It's just going to make you look even more crazier and more not mentally stable, I would say. Not mentally stable. Because you seem like you're coming a little unhinged, President Trump. A little bit more than a little unhinged. You're becoming frazzled and unhinged. And I'm going to need you to get a grip and pull that in. I'm going to need you to go get some counseling. I'm going to need you to get some prayer. We're all praying for you, but I'm going to need you to seek some prayer for yourself as well. I'm going to need you to get some counseling because you've gone too far. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Too much. Love you, brother. Love you. I know y'all probably like, what? Yeah, I love him. But they doing too much. Your time is up. Time for you to go. Concede gracefully. Show up for the inauguration. Be the bigger man. Do what you got to do. Even though a lot of us didn't like you and I didn't like the things you did, we still supported you to a degree that you got in. I might not have voted for you, and that's true, but okay, once you're in, I have to respect the office. The Bible says, pray for those in authority. Took me a minute, y'all. I'm going to be real. Took me about a year or two, honestly. Took me about a year or two to really pray for President Trump because I was just not having it, not feeling him. I wasn't feeling him. But God had to deal with me. It doesn't matter if you're feeling him or not, pray for him. So I had to start to pray for him really the last year of his presidency because the first couple of years, I just dismissed him altogether. I tried not to think about him. I tried not to watch anything with him on. I really still don't now, but I have empathy for him now. I think that's a word that I want to use because it's so sad that he is a sore loser. Sore loser. He's a sore loser. I'm sorry, he is. That's why I said it's Pillow Talk Uncensored, y'all. He's a sore loser, and I hate that for him to be that way. You wasn't a sore winner, but you're a sore loser. How's that fair to the American people? How's that fair? All right, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my shirt. Y'all see this shirt? It's fire, right? This is fire. Let me take my seeds of. These are my seeds of faith that Kiara Cornelius made for me about 2 years ago, and I'm still wearing it. Mustard seed faith. Y'all see that? See those little mustard seeds in there? All right. Anyway, I like this. Y'all like this shirt? Unbothered 24/7. CNC Creators made this for me. Y'all got to look them up. They on Facebook. CNC Creators. They are 8 years old. 8 years old. And they made this for me. And I'm loving it. Y'all gotta get it. See my little low haircut. Oh, wait, what side? This side. No, I'm doing it wrong. Low haircut, y'all. I wish I can get a little hair that low, but that's okay. I'm rocking this. But yes, honey, y'all gotta patronize these young people. They're 8.5 years old and they have their own t-shirt business, mug business, hat, whatever you want, they can make it. CNC Creators, look them up on Facebook. That's my shout out for the business of the week. Entrepreneurs, 8-year-old entrepreneurs. Come on now. When I was 8, I was playing in the dirt, climbing trees. I wasn't thinking about no business. I was playing with dogs, playing with cars, trying to run around with my friends in the yard. Y'all wasn't thinking about no business. We got a different breed and a different generation. They thinking about business and money and stuff that we weren't taught future. They were thinking about future and having wealth, future wealth for the next generation. Something we weren't taught. But that's okay. It's never too late, long as we're still here, breathing, our health and strength in our right mind. God is still giving us the ability to get well. As long as God said we still got time, you still got time, he's still giving you the ability to get well, okay? He's giving you the ability to get well, to make well. He's giving what you need. He said, just ask. Ask, he'll give it to you. If it's wisdom that you need to understand what it is you should be doing, or if God has already given you a vision on a business or a plan to make generational wealth for your family, ask him. Ask him to show you to the right people, the right networks, the right clicks, the right situation to where, hey, my sister Madeline's on. Hey, Madeline, give you the right keys, the right connections to the right people that can help you to understand the vision. First of all, you got to understand the vision of your business. Understand the vision. And once you understand the vision, start making a plan, writing down the plan to the vision, writing down a plan to the vision. And then once you write the plan, start to execute the vision for your business, because you can think about it and write it down, but if you don't move on it, it's just going to be there on a piece of paper. Okay. So you got to get the vision, make it plain, write the vision. Once you write the vision, start to activate the vision. Go as far as you can go. When you get as far as you can go with the vision, then God will place the right people in your path to help you to take that vision to the next level. But do not start. And that was my problem, you guys, with businesses, even with this talk show. Like I said, it's been 2 years. January 7th is my 2-year anniversary. Yay! So I might come back and do a little quick live this week since it's this week and it's not Tuesday, but I'm hoping to start going live more uh, days on the week, out of the week with Pillow Talk, guys. So y'all pray about that with me. But I might come on and do like a 30-minute anniversary live, just me and y'all on the 7th. That'll be my 2-year mark. And it took me a year before I even started. I wrote the vision, made it plain. I even made vision boards about what I was supposed to do when it came to the show, how to set it up, how to do this, how to do that. I made vision boards about it. And I kept them. I mean, I put the whole plan together, what I heard God telling me to do as far as to make this show come to life a year before I did it. And I had ladies lined up, but then God said, it's not their time. So I kept pushing forward, but then I came to a stall. I didn't believe in myself, in the vision. I didn't believe, I thought it was bigger than me, y'all, that I couldn't do this. It was bigger than me. I'm like, yeah, I'm a preacher. When you preach, you get up there, preach, do what you got to do, you go sit down. It's not like doing a talk show host. You got a whole hour that you got to be able to bring content and material to the people. I'm like, God, God, the Holy Spirit had to teach me all of that, how to get to material, look up the material, what it is I need to be talking about this week. What do I need to do? I'm just not here talking. I have everything, every show, there's a map, there's a set, thing. And so it took me, after I wrote the vision down, made a plan, did everything I had to do. I still, hey, everybody who's on, Doris, Dewan, Joyce, hey, Sister Joyce, happy belated birthday. It still took me almost a year to do it because I started walking in fear that I wasn't capable enough, that I couldn't do it. Let me tell you something. You can do anything that God gives you the strength and the power to do. That was a trick of the mind. That was a trick of the enemy, making me feel I was inadequate to do what I'm doing now. And guess what? It's been 2 years later. Pillow Talk Live is 2 years old. It's not a baby anymore. I've been growing her. I call her she because it's me. I've been growing her for 2 years through God. And she's not a baby. She's got foundation. You can go back on the page and go from January 7th, 2019, all the way up to now. And you got 2 years worth of shows that you can go back and watch on any topic that I've done. So this baby, I've been growing it. I started off on milk, slowly but surely. I started off in my kitchen at the counter with a co-host. That was the milk. But I just kept pushing. And God blessed me to have a production company for a while that came in, Photo Goat. They came in and they brought the setup, and I didn't have to do nothing but just sit on the set. So now we're quarantined pretty much. I'm still in the shutdown, so I'm doing it this way. But it's going to be a time where I'm going to have a set, all that stuff, because I've been growing I've been growing her. She didn't just, get here right now. So, I'm looking for bigger and better things, the new set, actual set, y'all. So I'm excited about that, That's why I say, hey, Wanda. That's why I say I have to, my chain of thought. Come on now. I know I ain't that old, y'all. But I'm growing her, and now it's time to take her to another level. I've seen her from one stage to this stage to this stage. Now it's time for the bigger stage for Pillow Talk Live Uncensored, because I enjoyed before the shutdown when I would have guests actually come to the set and sit on set with me. I enjoyed that. It'll get back to that, just not right now. We'll continue to do it this way. Even when I have guests that are out of state, they can't actually come to the set once we're back up and we all are free to move about the world again. I'll still do that video, but I'm proud of me. I'll say that. I'm proud of me and the God that's in me that has allowed me to do this, giving me the strength, the courage to do it. So whatever your dream is, you guys, this year, make it count. Whatever the business that you want to start, make it count. Making baby steps is better than making no steps. Write it down. And if you've written it down, then do the first thing on that list to get that business going. You can't keep letting it sit on the shelf and say, I'm waiting on God. No, you're not. God is waiting on you. You have to get out of fear Get out of complacentness and being content where you are. When you get tired of being content where you are, complacent and just frustrated, irritated, and agitated, you will push that business. You will move. So do the first thing that's on your list when it comes to your business. Whatever you've written out, if you got something written out, do the first thing off that list. And you'll notice once you do the first thing, it's easier to do the second thing. Then the third thing will be easy. And you'll just start checking them off till that business is up and running. But you got to start. And if you don't have a list, make it now. It's the beginning of the year. Not because I'm saying make a New Year's resolution. No, none of that. The beginning of the year, that means you got 12 months to start executing this. Forget a New Year's resolution. Do it. Resolution. Start now. Write the vision. Make a plan and start checking it off. You got 12 months. Even if the business doesn't get open to the end of the year, first of next year, God's willing, at least you started cracking at it so you'll be ready for that opening. You can't wait to June or September and start checking off your list and doing your stuff and expect it to be open in January, December. No, you have to start now. Now is where you have to start. Start now. So you have time to get everything planned out and do what you have to do. Start now, you guys. There's nothing to it. I know everybody that's on here right now has a dream and a vision, something that you've always wanted to do. Yes, Cece, it's been 2 years. Time does fly. I know it's something that you've wanted to do. Something. Can't say that you're on here and nobody's had a vision or a dream about something they've always wanted to do. So my question, I want everybody to answer that that's still on here. What's the holdup? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? I think it's just you that's stopping you. You're doing what you have to do. You have to not be in fear. Can't be in fear. Can't be in fear. Can't be in fear. You got to step out with faith. That's what faith is. The evidence of things not seen, but you have faith to believe that you can do it. Take it from me. I was there. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. You can do it. I'm waiting on our guests, you guys, to chime in. So hold on just a moment. I'll be right back with you. Let me just put a little something back up about our presidents. Our Mr. President, while I step away. Y'all, I can't let y'all see me stepping away. I gotta be professional. I'm back. So we're waiting on our guests to come in, you guys. I don't know where they are, but I'm waiting. And I can't text them right now. Let me see if I can get in touch with our guests because they're supposed to be on by now. Don't know. But anybody have any questions? Y'all have any questions while I'm waiting on our guests to chime in here? Because I have some awesome, amazing women that are CEOs and great entrepreneurs in their own right. They have worked and tilled the ground for what they till the ground for their businesses, not just a couple of months or a couple of years. They have really worked it to be who they are and to be where they're at. So you guys are going to get some great information, great nuggets to give you that push at the beginning of this year. So let me see. Hold on, y'all. No, sometimes we get a little bit behind time because I do get a little behind time. Nope. I'm texting the wrong person, y'all. So anybody have any questions while we're waiting on our guests to come in? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I know time will get away from me because it gets away from me, y'all. At times I have to look up. I look up and it's 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be online. I'm supposed to be doing the show. So we'll charge it to the head and not the heart, y'all. I'm sure. I am sure. Okay. No, I'm waiting. All right. Any questions, y'all? All right. I think we got one of our guests. We got one of our guests here, y'all. So, all right, guys, welcome to the show. One of our CEOs and entrepreneurs of First Lady Enterprise. You guys, welcome Miss K to the show. Hello, Kay. How are you?
I am well.
Welcome Miss K to the show.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear her?
Can you hear me?
It's kind of low.
Let's see.
We're waiting on Miss Okevia Wilson as well. Can you hear? You can't hear? Let me see. Let me put. I might have to put my earpiece on, y'all. I don't know. Let me see if that'll work. Okay. Let's see if this works.
Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, better.
You can hear me better?
I can hear you loud and clear now.
Oh my God, this is so weird because now I can't hear.
Oh God.
But you can hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh wow, and it's so weird because I can't
That
hear
is weird.
Okay, everybody, you can hear. Okay, hey Sean, hey Alvina, Doris. All right, well we're waiting on our other guests. Like I said, guys, welcome to the show, Miss K LeGree of First Lady Enterprise CEO.
Hello.
I'm glad to have you here. I don't know why I can barely hear on this side.
Really?
I'm gonna have to get close because I can't hear. But I'm sure everybody said they can hear you, so that's good.
Really?
As long as they can hear you.
Well, that's good.
They don't have to hear my big mouth. I have a couple questions. I want to get started with you since we're waiting on our other guests to come in.
Okay.
Well, what I was telling people, this is a year that, we always say this is a year, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But we really have to make this the year to really get started.
Yes.
In your vision, in your business, in whatever it is that people say they want to do as far as generational wealth, you got to start now.
That's right.
You have to start now. And you and our other guest that's coming on, you guys started. You didn't wait till now. That's why you have a harvest from what you're doing, because you didn't wait till now to do it. But I need them to know some of the basics. I call it 21. No, basic 101. Well, this is 2021. Basics 2021 on to get started, the push. Hold on one second. I think our other guest is chiming in. Hold on just a minute, you guys. All right, let's see here. Welcome. Okevia Wilson, realtor to the city, y'all. Look at that. Yes, I got everybody on for y'all tonight. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on over here. I can't hardly hear nothing, but as long as y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, realtor to the city, First Lady Enterprise, y'all in the building. And that's what matters. That's what counts. The right people are here tonight. Listen, I was just saying to everyone that I've got some heavy hitters. I feel you guys are heavy hitters in this industry. You're your own CEOs of your businesses, and you've been doing this for a while. You have the foundation. You know what it takes to get a business going and the perseverance with a business. And I just wanted to enlighten people that have been saying, I want to get started. I don't know how to get started. I don't know what to do. Or I have the vision, but I don't know how to go about. So I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to bring some heavy hitters on, some boss women, CEOs that can give them the basics on how to get started, so they can get it off that from the vision board into action. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because what's the point of making a vision board if you're not going to put it into action?
Exactly.
So let's get it from the vision board into action.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me do this. I want you, Okevia, let you start. Tell them a little bit about who you are. But let me throw this plug. Y'all know she is a reality star from selling it in the ATL as well as a realtor to the city. So let me just throw that in there. Give the people a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Wow. I am an Atlanta native. I am a mom. I have 3 beautiful children. I have a daughter who is 31,
Wow.
Have a son who will be 20 on the 30th of January.
Wow.
I also have a son who is 18.
No
Already,
more babies.
no more babies. So we real grown over here, okay?
Right, right.
Um, I'm a divorced mother, entrepreneur. I started selling real estate 15, 16 years ago. And during the time when I started, I was a wife. So real estate was fun to me, right?
Mhm.
It was cute. It was something
Right.
extra to my life. Uh, However, after being divorced, I really, really had to dive into that, being a real.
Right.
That was my source of income at the time. It wasn't pretty.
Mhm.
It was Georgia Power calling you, sweet girlfriend.
Right.
You know, Well,
Mhm.
um,
Right.
I have a banking background. I was in banking prior to, um, for about 7 years, but I had not been in corporate America in 10 years. So
Wow.
at my age, 10 years, um,
Mhm.
not really having a real job or something, a real resume to show
Right.
skills, um,
Mhm.
I ultimately just became, a professional
Mhm.
of my own and a serial entrepreneur. Um, during these last few years, I also owned a hair salon. So I owned and managed a multicultural hair salon in Grant Park,
Okay.
Atlanta. Um, so I again know the city, been here, represent ATL all day long.
Right.
And again, I love being an entrepreneur. However, it has not been easy. Let me just say that.
Mm.
So that's me in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, Kay, give us a little bit about, First Lady Enterprise, Kay LeGree's brand as well.
Well, I am Kayla Green, in case any of y'all do not know. But yeah, I have a organization called First Lady Enterprises,
Mhm.
and I it kind of came about because I come from marketing, a lot of networking, and promoting.
Mhm.
And with First Lady Enterprises, it stands for more for like just more empowering women,
Right.
and just my logo or my tagline is be first on purpose. So it's
Right.
just reminding women not to forget about themselves. It's okay to take care of home, but you want to make
Right.
sure that you don't forget about yourself and go for your dreams. So that's how kind of First Lady came about,
Mhm.
between me wanting to empower other women as people have encouraged me to do the same, and
Right.
then with my promotions that I would do, as well as just special events. So I kind of
Right.
tied them all together, where doing both, just pretty much like almost partying with a purpose, if you will.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's me. As far as I'm not going to tell my age, that's number one. But but let's just say I have some grown kids, and it's been an adventure.
Mm.
I've had to, like Okevia. I was a full time realtor at one point as well.
Right.
Came out of it, went back to the 9 to 5, decided, hey, I want to make this happen for myself. I want my own company. Like you said, write it down, make your vision,
Mhm.
and just work on it. And that's what I'm
Right.
doing.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a couple questions, you guys, that I'm
Yeah.
sure the people want to know. What um what are some basic building blocks of a foundation of to start the business for most people that don't know? What are like the basic building blocks for any business, to set that foundation? Either one of y'all can answer, or both of y'all can answer, but one at a time.
Hmm.
I'll respond. I think right at the top, faith. Um, you
Mhm.
have to believe in yourself. You have
Right.
to believe that you can.
Hmm.
You have to have a full-time prayer life,
Hmm.
whole relationship with God, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and you have to believe that that is His will for your life, because everybody want to do some stuff, and that
Right.
is your calling or your ministry or your
Right.
or God's will for your life. So, if you find yourself struggling and bumping your head, maybe that's just not what you're supposed to be doing. So
Right.
I think at first you got to believe. If you don't believe, you
Mhm.
know, you can sell a house, ain't nobody else gonna believe you can sell a house.
Right.
So
Hmm.
I think the first step in being an entrepreneur is it's faith. You got to believe it.
Okay. Now, Keisha, I want you to elaborate past where Kiva said, which was that's the basics. Once you step out in the point where you feel like your faith is strong enough to do this, what would be the next step you would say after you got your faith built and you're assured this is what you're supposed to be doing? What would be the next basic step you could tell them as far as maybe setting a foundation in if okay, say hair salon. Somebody said, yes, it's my calling. I know that God wants me to start this hair salon. I have faith in it. I have faith in me. What would be the next thing that you would say, that they could embark upon to get that vision really moving?
I would say to start researching. You have to know your audience. You got to know the
Right,
competition. So to me, once you figure out this is what you want to do, now it's time to do your research. Now it's time to see, okay, what's going to separate me from the next person?
right.
What is it going to take for people to notice my brand?
Hmm.
So setting yourself apart, knowing your audience, and then the basic one-on-one. Get yourself a website,
Hmm.
open up, and then you have to act as if you have it already. Go get you a business bank account. Go and get you an EIN number. Just
Right.
stuff, basic business
Hmm.
things that people should have in place.
Right.
So you do it. I mean, that's what I did when I thought of First Lady Enterprises after I jumped off the ledge and forgot
Hmm.
about the F word,
Hmm.
the dirty F word, fear.
Right.
It
Right.
was, okay, let's put some things into motion. And it was, a lot of research. And I say competition lightly because with my brand, I'm always saying, we want to lift each other up. And it's okay,
Right.
as far as competition, but just know who you're up against and learn from them as well. Those
Right.
are the influencers. So
Right. So it's nothing like good, healthy competition.
oh yeah,
That you
exactly.
can learn from all of it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Bad
Because
step,
everybody
competition, you
has
can learn from
something.
it all.
Yeah.
yeah, you step your game up. And like
Right.
I took a few notes. I think like she said, you got to treat your business like a business. Like
Mhm.
you got to file taxes. You
Right.
have a tax ID number. You have to have bank accounts and things like that. You have to know that, when it's time for the bank to say, oh, you want to borrow some money, and then you have no business credit, you have no business,
Right.
filings or anything legally.
Right.
Research the name that you want. Like he said, start with the Secretary of State. Let's just
Right.
what's your let's see if anybody else has that name, and if you
Hmm.
legally be using that name and that brand.
Right.
So that's a huge thing too. Another thing I think is important is who you know. It
Hmm.
who you know. People
Right.
be secretive and this and the other, but you need to network. You need to network
Right.
with an expert in that field. How like Keisha said, it's not the competition. It's let me find out what this person know because
Right.
teach me something that I probably did not know in that
Right.
particular industry. So
Right.
it's who you know. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
And surround
Because
yourself with
that's it.
like-minded
So what
people.
you're saying, that's the biggest part of the game. Once you take that vision from once you step out on faith, you gotta ask questions. You can't step out on faith and be quiet and think something's gonna come to you or you're gonna hide spy something. And like you said, you have to go out and network in your field of a business that you're trying to open. And sometimes you can get in places where they may not necessarily be in your field, but you might run across a nugget in that
Right.
atmosphere.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay, so I hope y'all getting that. They give me y'all some nuggets for free today. So let me ask you another question. Either one y'all can answer both. When you started your business, what would you say was a reasonable time frame before you start seeing progress, I guess, with the business? Because some people after a year, they don't see nothing, they just give up.
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
long did it take for you to guys really start seeing progress at what you're doing?
I will say, after being a realtor for almost 16 years, it just varies. It
Mhm.
again, your network is your net
Mhm.
worth.
Mhm.
Um, I think you just, again, stay focused on what you got going on. And you
Mhm.
don't have time to say, oh, well, she did it in 2 years. Let me outdo her and do it in 18 months. You know, if you stay in your lane, focus on your
Mhm.
and you won't even be able to calculate, oh, well, it took me this amount of time to do this. It took me this amount of time. Because
Right.
my industry in real estate, I don't make the same amount of money every year.
Mhm.
Right.
It's a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Now that I'm doing something different, it's other things that control the market. It's the
Mhm.
sell. 1 minute it's a seller's market. 1 minute it's a buyer's market. 1 minute I got 15 buyers. 1 minute I got 2 buyers. Then
Right.
5 sellers, and then I have no sellers. So
Right. Well, let me ask you this quick question before we move on. Keisha, keep this question I asked, just asked in the back of your mind.
Hey, Sean.
That Akivia just asked, because I want you to reply as well.
wait,
But let me ask you this,
Wait,
Akivia.
wait. She
How
finished.
was
wait,
it?
wait.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
This disclaimer.
Okay.
My name is Kay LeGree,
Oh, oh,
Okevia, and
oh, oh,
Chandra.
Mrs. Holden, First Lady Enterprise. That's my
Sorry,
Hey,
sorry.
I'm
look,
so sorry. First Lady, I'm just gonna say First Lady Enterprise.
I'll take that.
I'm sorry. Disclaimer. That's this is
Right,
Kaylee of First Lady
right.
Enterprise, you guys. So, Akivia, question: how was it during the pandemic last year in real estate?
You know, it was my personal best year ever.
Wow!
Look at that.
Wow!
Ever.
Wow!
In
See,
16 years, it was the best year ever. And what I will also say is I sold less houses and made more money.
wow! Look at that, and that's your faith.
That goes back, that's my faith, one,
Mm-hmm.
but that goes back to who I knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the network that I operate in, that's a different tax bracket, I would say.
Right, 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 right.
So versus somebody selling 100 houses and we're making the same money, I could sell 10 and
And
do
make
less
the same.
work.
See, look at that. Look
So
at that.
it's who you know. You have to build. You got to be what you expect at the same time.
Mm,
Now, like Keisha just said, surround yourself around like-minded people. And people think my niche is luxury. It just is, right?
right.
So I didn't just fall into luxury. I pushed my way into luxury,
Wow. Wow.
right?
See,
I pushed my way into where this person hang out at, where these people,
right,
Right.
what bar they sitting at, because I'm going to sit at that bar, right? So when you're talking about networking and who you know, you can't
mm-hmm.
go, to the $2 chicken wing place and expect the millionaire to sit,
Right.
because that's not where they,
Wow.
Right.
right?
Right.
I go to Fashion Week. I go to Fashion Week because I like fashion. I want to meet people that's in that same industry
Right.
in
Right.
fashion, right? So you got to go. Well, what's the new thing? Where the money resides,
Right. Right. I was just gonna say you gotta
right?
go wherever money
Oh,
resides.
yeah. You got
So same question to you too, Kay. As soon as Akivia finishes, same question.
you
Mm-hmm.
got to move like that's what you want to do.
Right. 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 So what's your take, Kay? Same question. How was it for you with First Lady in last year?
It really, honestly, it took me, it gave me time to, I guess, to be a little bit more creative, to meet different people, connect different ways that I wasn't used to
Mm-hmm.
connecting with. So for me, I think I did kind of like, because my stuff is based off of events. So it just gave me the push, because everybody's been like, hey, when are you doing are you still doing your vision board party? Are you still coming out with your,
Yeah.
your tea party or whatever? And so it just gave me more motivation to keep going, really, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as financially, it wasn't a big, it didn't make a difference to me because I love what I do anyway,
Right.
but
Mm-hmm.
it just gave me more opportunity to just be more creative, get, connect with people, connect with more like-minded people, I should say.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which is nothing wrong with even changing your circle, which with would happen. I think with this
Right.
pandemic, it just kind of made you look back and do some reevaluating on, the business, on who you surround yourself with, who you're connecting with, who you can grow from, who's pouring into you. So that's kind of how it affected me.
So have you decided to still do your vision board, but just push it back later this year?
You know what? I did. When it first started, I think in the summer, I kept saying, I guess I'm gonna have to push it off till next year. And so many people was like, no, you got to do it. This is what you're known for. You got to do it. So I made the decision, whether it's online. Well, it will be online.
Okay.
It'll be a Zoom type deal. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Still do it. It's still gonna be this, in January this month.
Okay.
Yeah. So
There's more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to find different roads and avenues to get it done. You can't just,
can't stop.
like you said, the big F word.
Right. And you can't.
Wow. So you guys, you heard it. She's still doing a vision board for those that come to it. So she's still doing it Zoom style.
Yeah.
So Okevia, what do you have planned as far as this year for Real Tennessee?
So I'm coming out with a whole new rebranding, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Go on, girl. Rebrand. Updo.
I think, unfortunately, looking at real estate nowadays, the way it's portrayed is real photo shoots, pictures, cars, bags, shoes, like that. To me, because I've been doing it so long, that's not real estate. For me.
Right.
Real estate is relationships, right?
That's good.
When people even think about buying or selling, you're the first thing that comes to the top of the mind. Not what kind of car you drive, not what the shoes in the bag you have. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody knows she's a good fashion girl,
Yes.
I love, so that's another aspect of me. And honestly, I wish that I could do more of that than even sell real estate.
Right.
It's just a passion. I like clothes, makeup, whatever.
Stylist, yes, you can do that too.
Always have. But I think the focus I want to definitely focus on is more relationships with clients, more referrals. How can I make sure that whenever somebody thinks about real estate or buying real estate, that they definitely think about me?
Right.
And the other thing that entrepreneurs need to realize too, with that, it takes money to make money. Like, you can't think you just gonna come up with this grand idea and not spend $1. You're gonna spend you're gonna spend $1 on some email blasts. You're gonna spend on even going sitting at a bar having a drink or having a nice meal. You have to spend money. You have to have a budget for marketing, for branding, t-shirts. Is great with the t-shirts. And anything that you do, you have to spend money to make the money.
Right. So other words, you cannot have a caviar taste for a business, but you're only going to go to McDonald's with your coins.
There you go. And you gotta ask for help. You gotta ask for help. Like, you can't do, and I've been, that's been one of my issues with being an entrepreneur. It's just like, I don't want nobody to do it but me.
Right.
But get to a certain level, you have to find somebody that you can trust. And, and even an intern, an assistant, a partner, and it's okay to partner with people.
Exactly.
In different ventures. So I think my goal for 2020 is primarily just to rebrand, get new marketing materials and things like that. So that's coming up. That's on the list.
Okay. Well, hey, I hope y'all getting this. They dropping nuggets at the beginning of 2021. That'll get you started. That'll help you to restart, refresh, revitalize, rebrand your business. Don't miss this, because what they're giving you, I'm sure they have people that sit down with them and pay them some kind of, contribution for them giving this knowledge. So they're giving it to you guys free. Like I said, I've been hearing so many people, I'm going to start my business, I want to do this. Well, here you go. Here are the basics 2021, basics 21 that you can get started. Like I said, if you have a vision and you have a business that you have been thinking about, working it out, like they said, get your faith intact first. Have some coins on the side now. You better have some coins in your pocket because you ain't gonna go buy no caviar and going with McDonald's budget now.
Exactly.
So
Right.
have you some money saved up. And I know I'm just gonna put it out here. This is uncensored this year, and I'm gonna say now, all y'all that work, half of the work country didn't work last year. Y'all got some of that stimulus. Y'all got some of that unemployment. Y'all got some of that extra. And I know, and some people were able to put up some kind of money. I mean, I don't care if it was just $100 a month. Put that to the side for your dreams. So now that when you need that to really work on your business and do what you got to do, you got that little stash. A little something is better than nothing to start. Because you don't want to be around begging anybody. Can you help me? You got a dime, you got a quarter, help me with my business. Have your own faith, have something to the side, and then get to it. Get to it. Get to it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what these ladies are telling you guys. There's nothing to it but to do it. Don't be afraid. The F word, don't walk in fear. You just got to put your good foot forward and step out there and trust in the faith that you have in God and in you, that if he gave it to you, he will see you through it.
That's
He's
right.
giving you that vision, that dream, that business. If God gave it to you, he's not going to let you down. He's going to help and make sure you fulfill it. But you got to start. You can't continue to sit back and be complacent and in fear and worried about what people are going to say. No, you want to know what they're going to say. What you got to say. Because you can glean from negativity too. Because no press, good or bad, you can always glean something from it. You know, you can learn whether not to do that or, okay, she dropped that in a negative way, but I'm going to pick that up and use that. I'm going to run with that because that's going to help my business. You have to be willing to fail.
That was my other thing.
Don't be afraid to.
Be afraid to fail.
That's right.
Yeah. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never start, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you learn from your failures.
Yeah.
Exactly. But a lot of people, I've been there, was so afraid to fail that I wouldn't start.
That you won't start.
And finally, God just said, okay, you're going to start this. And I was telling everybody January 7th will be my 2-year anniversary with Pillow Talk. I was afraid to start. So I'm like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Who want to listen to me every week? I got a big mouth on me and I can talk. Like, yeah, well, still, they're going to get tired of hearing the same little thing. He said, no, if you start, I got a plan that you will never have to talk about the same thing every week. You'll never have to do the same thing repetitively every week. It'll be interesting. So when I finally got out of the F word and stepped out on my faith, trusted God, I'm here 2 years later. And I'm happy about
yourself. Be yourself.
You know?
Being
That's
yourself.
the other thing.
Yeah.
You gotta be yourself.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing. I said, what do all my changes? Wigs, no wigs, hair, no hair, all that. Here she is, you know?
Yeah.
I'm doing me.
There's so many other talk shows out there, but you're you, and nobody does it like you. Like
right.
Sandra. Pillow Talk is Pillow Talk Live. So that's what I constantly remind myself. You don't compare yourself to anybody. It could be plenty of them doing what you do, but nobody does it like you.
Right. And that's how it is, you guys. I will say this, and I want to commend you guys because there is nobody like LeGree in Atlanta. There's nobody like Okevia Wilson. And then in Atlanta, when you say Okevia Wilson, most people know who that is. When you say LeGree, everybody in Atlanta know who y'all are. You know what I mean? Georgia, they know y'all. So y'all have made staple names for yourselves. You guys have fought the fight, pushed, and did what you had to do. People know who you are. Somebody say, Okevia, they know. I mean, I've had people on my job, and they're like, yeah, I was talking about you. Oh, I know her. I don't know her person, but I know her. Or I've heard of her. They know you guys.
Right.
Because you guys have pushed through, did the basics, did the work to be able to stand here and say, I did the work. Like I call Yolanda Van Zandt.
Right.
Yolanda, that's Yolanda to me, y'all. That's Yolanda. Yolanda said, you did the work. You did the work. You know what, guys? I thank you guys so much for taking your time this week out of your busy schedules and being with me, sharing with my viewers, Pillow Talk Nation, giving them some structure, some basics, to get started, to step out of fear, step into faith, and get started on their vision. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys will come back again later when this pandemic kind of clears the air where we can have live in person. And by the time I have my set and all that good stuff, and y'all can come sit on my couch. So
oh yeah,
we gonna see you. We gonna see you.
I'll be ready.
All right, guys, I love you guys. Bless. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank
Much,
you.
much, much success in 2021 for your businesses. Keep going. Let's show the ladies and the men out here that are on. You can do it. It ain't just about women, but we are empowering women. But for anybody that's getting started, here you go. Y'all catch the replay so y'all can hear everything they said because you don't want to miss it. They gave out good nuggets to help you get going. All right, y'all. Let's give our guests again. Okevia Wilson and LeGree of Realtor to the City, First Lady Enterprise. All right, guys. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.
Love you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right.